second, Dad. Chloe.
When I worked at Westinghouse, one of the girls, Jane Evans, said, hey, let's take our boyfriends to the same place this weekend. So we were thinking of a place, and so up by Latrobe, there was a place, and we said, let's go out there, and we'll both go to the same place, and we can have fun together. So we went out to the dance, and the dance was under the skies, and they had wooden booths all around the side. So Jane and her boyfriend was Lloyd, and I took a boy from Blairsville. So we danced together. They had a nice band out there. And then the men said, let's change partners and dance. So then Lloyd danced with me, and then the fellow I was with danced with her. When the men got up to go to the restroom or to get us a Coke, I don't remember what it was, Jane said, I don't think I'll see much of Lloyd again. I said, why? And that was true. She didn't see much of him again. Those are a couple stories.
Hey, Mom. Say hi. Can you wave your hand? You want to lift your hand? No. I love you. Good job, Mom. Lifting your arm up. I love you.
I was looking for a job, and I asked around because I had a little job working at the junior high, but I wanted to work with elementary children. So Mr. Way had some children at our church at St. Paul United Church of Christ, and he said, well, there was going to be some openings down at the school, and would I come down and be helping the kindergarten teacher? I think we had 80 or 90 in the morning and the same amount in the afternoon. So instead of having two teachers that year, I helped her the whole time, Mrs. Nyberg. The next year they got a teacher, so then I was half a day with each of those teachers and helped them. After that, they had the library was opened at Pleasant View Elementary School, and Mr. Way said I would be the librarian, which made me very happy. Now we had Victor Schreckengoss come over. He's famous for his paintings and pictures that he draws, and he came, and we had a tea, and that was when he came over, and he gave the school a picture, and he gave me a picture that he had painted. Also, we had a lady that did silhouettes was there. Then we had a man come to teach the children how to make a lamp, and they used potato chip tin, those long skin ones, and they put the cord through there. But anyhow, he taught the children how to make a lamp out of that. And then we had a few other things that they did for having a good time. And we had speakers come, and one of them was Dick Goddard. He came, and we released balloons, and the one balloon that went the furthest way was New York, and they sent back the little card that said Pleasant View School and the name of the school and the name of the student, and she sent that back. Each one of the little cards was in a little baggie so that when they got them they could read it. Well, I must say I enjoyed my job. It wasn't a job, it was a pleasure at Pleasant View Elementary School. Thank you.
Michael, what are you doing? You want these? They have M on there for Michael. Hold your glasses.
Michael, I married the most wonderful fella. His name was Lloyd Vole, but he was, when I met him, he was in seminary and had 2 more years till he graduated. But we became engaged, and I waited those 2 years, and I can always say I was never happier than when I was with him. So his first parishes, I was just going to mention them for you, was Manor, Brush Creek. And Brush Creek is where his remains are now, and when I am deceased, I will be buried at Brush Creek Church. It's the oldest church west of the Alleghenies. After Manor, Brush Creek, we went to Bowling Green, Cumberland, Maryland. After that, Warren, Ohio, and then we came to Parma, Ohio, where I spent the remainder of my life. Thank you.
Right rear, Michael.
Yes.
We save all your postcards too, even if we did only one or two. I mean. When we were young, we lived out at Enterprise, Pennsylvania, which is a suburb of Blairsville, and it was a country school, one-room country school, and we had many good times there. My brother Leslie had to go early in the winter to light the fire, and they had different boys different weeks, and he would do that. They didn't know that he took some gasoline along, put it in the stove, and threw a match to get it to start. Also, we had a pail of water, and no one ever got sick, but we all drank out of the same dipper. We had a wonderful teacher. There was each row in the school was a different grade, one grade, first grade, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So we had many a good time, and I still have a picture. I have a picture taken of that one-room school with all the group in front of the school, and the teacher wanted me to stand beside her because I was tall and she didn't want to be the only tall person in the picture. So that was one memory of my Blairsville days. And another time, my father worked on the railroad. It was during the Depression when we lived out there, and so when he would come by our place, not too far from our place, he could throw off some coal, and he always threw off coal so we'd have plenty of coal. Now another memory I remember is, let's see, my brother was sitting on a chair, and in front of our place that went down with bricks about 3 feet or so, and they were playing cops and robbers, and so I think it was Fred, that Bill knocked him and he fell down and he was unconscious. So we didn't have a doctor, but we called my grandfather, which had money, and he sent out a doctor, but Bill and Fred were all right after that. But we always talk about him falling over the edge and getting his head bumped. Now let's see, at the school we had a square dance and a box social. If you don't know what a box social is, the girl puts food, chicken, and a couple other things. You might put cake and maybe some pickles or something, and then you wrap it up with crepe paper, and so the men have to bid on it, and that's to make money, and they decorate them with pretty crepe paper, and the men will bid. And at that time, my teacher also had a play, and I was in the play. I was an old lady, and she knew that this one gentleman was coming because he was a county commissioner. And so I had to say, "I can hardly wait till I see Bill Jones." And that was actually her boyfriend too. But I was an old maid, and I was carrying a bird, see, in a cage, bird in a cage. But it was a silly little play that we had at the country school. Now, it was a typical country school because in those days we played Go In and Out the Window, Teacher May I, and some of these games that no one plays today. And in the winter, the boys could bring their sleds and they could sled down the hill. So I have many good days of that